Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today as we gather to celebrate Black History Month, we stand on the shoulders of giants. We come together not as Republicans or Democrats, but as neighbors in a unified community, not only to reflect on the past, but honor the enduring spirit, resilience, and contributions of Black Americans to our nation and the world. Today, we shed our ideological differences and uplift the Black community together in hopes that a new dawn is envisioned, one where this unity is the norm. I believe it is ahead, and I believe it will dazzle us with its brilliance. During this year's Black History Month, I ask that we imagine this dawn together and recognize the variety of colors that will come from it. As a nation, we are a quilt. Small sections, yes, with some divisions, but that come together to form something new and wonderful and complete. During this month, I take extra time and care to think about the brothers and sisters who came before me, the ones like Booker T. Washington, who helped create the very concept of the historically Black college or university, and had the ears of presidents long before any of us were around. Let us remember the heroes like Martin Luther King Jr., whose dream of equality and justice continues to inspire us every day. Let us celebrate the brilliance of innovators like Katherine Johnson, whose mathematics propelled us into space. Let us draw inspiration from the resilience of Rosa Parks, whose refusal to give up her seat galvanized the movement. I also think about the great Frederick Douglass, of whom I have a picture hanging up on my office wall, and how through the strength of his convictions, he escaped slavery and became one of the most eloquent and effective communicators that the world has ever seen. And how the underlying thesis of every speech he gave and every essay he wrote was always that someone who looked like me is human and deserving of the same rights of everyone else in this country and indeed this world. And why do I think of these visionaries specifically? Why are they at the forefront of my mind every February? Because I believe that they believed in unifying the great minds of their world in the common cause of justice and equality. This idea of unification, of people of all creeds coming together to discuss and solve the biggest issues that plague us, is what fuels the Black Dream Caucus. And in the caucus, there are no questions of whether you stand on these issues that divide us, only the most important one. Do you wish to see us united in love for one another? How the people of this chamber respond to that question will be the most important determining factor of when the dawn that we have dreamed of will come to fruition. I ask that we embrace it here and now so that we can see the fruits of our labor in its light. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.